Hi guys, ready your saddles. We are back this time with Poland. Poland, but of course with a twist. We are the Holy Roman Emperor and our horses are not called the Winged Hussars, they are called the Holy Roman Hussars. With 1.3.4, Lions of the North, Poland received a great new addition to the game, a new mission tree. And this mission tree actually splits into two versions. One version is form the Commonwealth, or the other version that I played here in this time, become the Holy Roman Emperor and defend the Empire. As you can see, I'm the Holy Roman Emperor. I'm getting a lot of imperial authority. I own the Livonian Knights, I own Hungary, I own Bohemia. Everyone is in a personal union with me. I have a lot of claims on Lithuania and I enforced the Commonwealth on them and not formed it. So I will show you how to do that you can become number one in the world within 70 years. And of course, because we have the Holy Roman Hussars, we will have awesome horses. If you enjoy what you are seeing and if you enjoy the content, feel free to subscribe and leave a like behind. And now stay tuned, we start with the Holy Roman Hussars. Poland is in a miserable situation similar to Hungary. We start without any kind of ruler. We have some kind of interregnum ruler, and this is exactly the same thing that happened for Hungary. As you know, Poland and Hungary lost the Battle of Warner, their king died, and this is our starting situation. We need to fix that, of course. On day one, we are looking for alliances, and we will ally Brandenburg, and as soon as possible, we try to ally the Palatinate. Why are we doing that? Because in my game, we want to become in the future the Holy Roman Emperor. For that, we need to make sure that we secure the votes of the electors. And Hungary, and for that, Palatinate and Brandenburg are already two electors. To ally the Palatinate, we just wait one day, because on the second day, we can start the next alliances. So now we are allied to Palatinate 2. Let's have another look. We already have one vassal called Mazovia. Mazovia, we will just enable direct trade. We get everything, we get all the money we can get. And of course, we start improving relations with them. If you are interested how to get free of the shackles of Poland and become a Piast Holy Roman Emperor, stay tuned. You will see soon a guide here on this channel as Piast forming Poland and the Commonwealth and becoming the Holy Roman Emperor. This is something very interesting I have already prepared for you. After taking care of our alliances and of our vassal, we will need to take care of our estates. For the estates, very simple. Clergy, we hand out the monthly admin power. We will hand out enforced unity of faith, because we have Orthodox provinces in our territory and we need to convert them, because the true Roman Emperor is true Catholic. Furthermore, we go for religious diplomats. For the Schlachter, we take out the monthly military power, and as soon as it is available, we take the Schlachter officer corps, but we can't do it now, and supremacy over the crown, and soon we will have available the strong duchies. I will show you why and how that will work. For the burghers, hand out the monthly diplomatic power, patronage of the arts, and you can take the indebted to the burghers, but you don't need to. What we will do now is we lower the army maintenance and we move all our troops to Krakow, and there we stay. We will additionally start converting our lands. We will start here in the south with the Galizia Retrosinia area. For that, place an edict, the enforced religious unity, that will shorten our religious conversion. Start with one, and if we are lucky and we can hire one of the advisors, maybe there's a missionary guy in your case. In my case it's not, so hire just any kind of level 1 guy and hire any kind of military guy, it doesn't matter so far, and hire any kind of Diplo guy. It doesn't matter so far what it is right now because it's not important. With that in place, it's time to start talking about the rivals. We will put there the Teutonic Order, we will put there in Bohemia, and we will do Hungary. Now we are basically surrounded by rivals. Hungary is normally rivaling Bohemia, so they will not team up, and very often Bohemia is rivaling the Teutons. In my game they are not, so that's fine for me. We need to take care of the parliament. So normally I would say just go for any kind of vote, but as you know, we are on low crown land right now because we did not summon the Diet and we did not seize land yet. We will do it in 1 month because in the parliament there could be a mission that gives us back 5% of the crown land. We wait 1 month until the 1st of December. And this kind of event that you could see right now is very, very important because it guides our future career. The successor selection for Poland. And what you need to know is this splits the mission tree. If you pick we need a Jagiellon, you will immediately form a personal union with Lithuania. But if you appoint a noble guy instead, you start with an awesome ruler. Lithuania, of course, will not like you anymore, but we don't need them further. We don't need them anyhow. And it opens the HRE road for us. So let's appoint a local noble instead. This event is very important, keep that in mind. This event, of course, can come sooner or later for you. Sometimes you even have to wait 6 months, 7 or 8 months for it. It doesn't matter so far, the event will come. Now let's wait for the 1st of December. On the 1st of December, you can go to the parliament and start a debate. There could be a discussion like I have right now, Poland gain 5 crown land ownership. As you know, we have 0% right now, we will pick this mission, placate the Schlachter, gain titles, I don't care, and now we already got back 5% of the crown land. And now we can summon the Diet, pick whatever mission you like, and I would suggest if you have something like that one, clergy, inquisitor, missionary strength, pick that kind of mission because it gives you a very cheap discounted missionary guy. This one will help you converting your lands. So I will pick that mission, and now we additionally seize lands, and we are already back on 10% crown land with the parliament. Thank you, parliament. Hopefully we can do that again in 10 years. Next thing, what you additionally need to do is we improve relations with Moldavia. There will be an event where Moldavia can become a vassal. When that happens, I will show you what you need to do. In my game, we had to wait a really long period of time, 2 years. This event, support for Roman Moldavia, can come in your case earlier or later. It doesn't matter what kind of option you pick, just pick fund Roman efforts with coin or send soldiers to aid Roman. It doesn't matter so much. Pick whatever you like. I normally send soldiers because I have a little bit manpower. Let's just do that, and hopefully in a few days Moldavia will become a vassal / march. And that is the event I was talking about. They accepted, and now Moldavia is a march of Poland. This is very nice because this will help us to accomplish our first mission. We have now this kind of mission in the bottom, the Roman Rebellion. If you click that, you can decide for what do you want to do with Moldavia. Do you want to set like Stefan on the throne, who's already there? Do you want to don't meddle at all? Or, that's the option we pick, they answer to me. And basically we demote Moldavia from a march to a vassal. Keep in mind, right now they are loyal with 19%. If you do that, they will be a little bit more unhappy. But it doesn't matter so far. You can control them and keep them in check. What now? Continue improving relations with them. Additionally, royal marry them, because this will help them to keep them loyal. Right now they don't want to marry me, but it doesn't matter. Sooner or later they will do. Furthermore, with accepting Moldavia as a march and accepting that mission, this kind of mission will give you claims on Wallachia. Wallachia should be one of your next goals. In my game, I cannot attack them because they are guaranteed by the Ottomans. In your case, this could be different. If it is different, on the day Moldavia accepts, attack Wallachia and make them your vassal too. I can't do that right now, I have to do that later. With Moldavia as a vassal, don't forget to hand out the strong duchies, because this will help you even more to keep your vassals in check and the loyalty of them high. As you could see, I additionally have got a claim on the Kulm area. This happened for me with an event. It was really lucky. Build a spy network on the Teutons on Kulm, because this one will be one of our next goals we need to attack. Kulm belongs to the Krakow area, though it belongs to our main trade node, so we need to control everything that belongs to us. When the game starts in 1444 and you put a claim on the Teutons like I have on Kulm, there will be the moment when we need to attack the Teutons. For me, the truce is over on the 1st of December 1449. On that day, we will attack the Teutons. The good thing is, Brandenburg will most likely help us. And we only want one province from them. We cannot rival them anymore because we are too strong, because we inherited Moldavia. But what we can do is we can put another rival on them. We can, for example, pick Lithuania. They will be our next clay too, because Moldavia has a lot of provinces that we need to do later to enforce a Commonwealth, and we want to do that. And as you could see, a lot of provinces from the Teutonic Order we need too. Though we will attack on the 1st of December. 1st of December we are back with the Teutons. It's time to attack them. Sadly, the Palatinate does not want to join, but maybe we already have enough favors with them. We do, to prepare them for war. Additionally, hire generals to make the troop better. Maybe there's like I have right now a Siege 1 Pip general with it. This is very, very helpful. As you could see, because we have such an awesome ruler, we will be always advanced in technology. And right now I'm on level 4 military. They are on level 3. Let's attack them and only get Kulm. We don't want anything else from them. Call in the allies, and because they will here help us to keep the Teutonic allies busy. Try to siege down as fast as possible the Tuchel area here. Normally what the Teutons do is they start moving their troops from Marienburg over here to Tuchel. There's a 99% possibility they will do it. Oh, this time they decide, oh no, it's a bad idea. But so let's win this war. Try to peace out everyone, get war reps, and even peace out the Livonians. We want to have them as vassal later too. But for now, let's go only for the Kulm area. The war with the Teutons is only took for 2 years. It is actually a very, very boring war because you basically stump them with your higher technology. one thing what you should keep in mind is when you call in Brandenburg, Brandenburg is very much interested in the Prussian lands. Why? Because they want to form Prussia sooner or later. So when they occupy areas like Tuchel, Danzig, Königsberg or Marienburg, they will always put it Brandenburgian brown. So what we will only do is we peace them out and get Kulm. Get some warps if we can. No, we can't, so we'll just take the money. Now we have Kulm, Chelmno back in our hands, and let's send our troops back to Krakow and idle them. We don't need them for now. 10 years later, after we started the game, as you maybe remembered, we did not own so much land, only 15% for now. Again, we can ask the same to give us 5% of crown land. And we will just do that. We just placated the Schlachter and we got 5% crown land back without even seizing land. By the way, this war is not my war. Brandenburg is on drugs. They really want to form Prussia as fast as possible and try to get Wolgast into their hands. Maybe you have already wondered, hey guys, why are you not PUing Bohemia and Hungary? There was an obvious reason for that. There is the chance that Hungary is joining a personal union under Austria. That normally happens if they do not select the region and instead select Ladislaus Postumus. If that happens, Hungary automatically joins Austria. So that's why we have not insulted. That's what you actually need to do. Bohemia and Hungary. But we will do that now. We scornfully insult Hungary, and furthermore, we scornfully insult Bohemia. And maybe you've already seen it, I am additionally improving relations with Austria. Because a good relation with Austria helps us to join the HRE. Now this kind of mission is ready. We have 25 years of time to PU Hungary and Bohemia. But if we do that mission right now, it will call in a lot of the allies, and normally it will call in Austria too. In my game, Austria is rivaling Bohemia. This does not need to be in your game, but I will show it how it works if Austria is not rivaling them. So what you need to do is, because you insulted them, you are now able to delegate with the emperor. We need 160 relations, we almost have that, and then we can join the empire. During this war, until we wait, there's another mission that comes available. It's called Raise the Noble Host. Normally it happens if you have granted 5 privileges to the Schlachter and the manpower is at least 50% as I have right now. With that mission, you automatically get a lot of claims. You get claims in all over Prussia and you get claims over the Novgorod and Moscow area. So this is basically a little bit our route for the future for everything we need to conquer. As soon as you're able to ally the emperor and have 160 relations, just do it, and afterwards you are able to join the empire. They will send you a royal marriage, and that's it. Now the sign date of 1456 happens, and we are not part of the empire yet, but now we are. Poland is part of the Holy Roman Empire, and we lose sadly a diplomat, and furthermore we lose a lot of governing capacity because we get downscaled to a simple duchy. But this is what we need to change, because sooner or later we will now try to PU Bohemia, PU Hungary. When you progress the years with Poland, there will come this kind of event, the Nysawa Privileges Convention Particulars. The Now there are actually many options, and that I do not have explained yet. There is in the mission tree this kind of option, leverage the magnates, and we have given the Schlachter multiple privileges. If you are, for example, only give less than 2 privileges to Schlachter and own more than 50% of the crown land, you could now even refuse to sign it and defy the magnates. With that one, this will lead to an event called the Little King's Uprising, what will give you a lot of power over your estates because you can revoke a lot of events. I felt this is a little bit too complicated to achieve because you need to beat down a lot of noble rebels. We will take the normal same parse, so for that you can give out as much as you want to the Schlachter, and we will accept the convention. It will give the following effect, that we have 5% technology cost for the future. Actually, that sounds bad, but it is not so much, because sooner or later you will have this Polish Renaissance event when you have embraced the Renaissance. So now let's go for just the leverage and magnets, and that's it. And then this Little King Uprising event cannot happen anymore. After accepting these privileges from the Schlachter, now we need to decide which kind of direction you want to go. You could go for Hungary, or you could go for Bohemia. In my case, Bohemia already had some kind of war with Serbia and Bosnia. They are maybe slightly weakened, and Bohemia has a lot of allies in my game. They have Ingolstadt, Konstanz and Goslar. So even with calling in Brandenburg, they are more powerful than me. We will go for Hungary. Hungary is only in technology 4, military-wise, and we are already on 5. Before we attack Hungary, of course, we do the usual things. We try to ask our allies if they maybe are willingly to join. We ask Brandenburg and the Palatinate, maybe one of them is ready to help us to fight against Hungary. So the Palatinate is convinced, thank you, we will calling them in. Maybe they keep the Munich guys busy. Brandenburg currently is not willingly to join, especially because the attitude towards the enemy is -59. So nevertheless, we go for war now. We try to siege down that kind of fort, and afterwards go to Pest and try to piece them out as fast as possible. Maybe we can convince Brandenburg to join forces. What is a good option is, you can go and try to use your favors to reduce the opinion of Hungary. Sometimes this helps so that they are willingly to join. Now, where is Hungary? Luckily it's alphabetically sorted. And Hungary, they are 51, afterwards it's -51, and maybe now they are willingly to join. Let's see. Let's wait 1 month. See? It's now because of that they're willing to join, and we can call in Brandenburg too. This is a little advice and sometimes very helpful. So now let's win the war against Hungary. Totally missed, but not forgotten. When you get the first ID group, take espionage. Espionage will help us to manage our aggressive expansion. We are PUing now Hungary. This will be a lot of aggressive expansion. And shortly afterwards, we are going for Bohemia. Bohemia is part of the HRE, and maybe you remember, in the Emperor expansion, every time when Austria tried to PU Bohemia, all the empire was in a coalition. That's why we need to take aggressive expansion impact, -20% as fast as possible. Focus on Diplo power. During the 1460s, as you can see, I'm still in my war with Hungary. You have the option to pick a government reform. First government reform, we will pick curtail noble privileges. Taxes on 1.34 are really strong. That's why we go for more taxes. Very simple. We are ready now to PU Hungary. This war took not so many years, only 2 years, but it will create a lot of aggressive expansion, 70. So for after that we need to calm down a little bit, but now first let's secure Hungary. With Hungary's under control, we could easily click this kind of mission, protect Hungary. Don't do it now. We will do it later. Read what is written there. It's written there, every own province with a military building will gain 1 base manpower. So actually it's telling us we need to build barracks everywhere in every kind of province we have. I click a button and we get for every province 1 development. Sadly, in my game, Hungary was attacked by Bohemia. So because our next goal is actually to PU Bohemia, we will just peace them out in this war very, very quick, and afterwards we attack Bohemia again. There's one more mission in the mission tree that you can accomplish very easy. That is the arrival of Krakow. For that, you just need to pump up the development in Krakow. Anyhow, I would suggest that you're doing that. With that awesome ruler, you will be leading in technology anyhow. Though what we will do is we encourage the development with an edict, and if you have 60% with the burghers, that would be perfect. I don't have that, so pump up the development of Krakow until you have 30. With that, we achieved an age goal, very, very helpful. And furthermore, it will show you later you can accomplish 1 mission. Krakow has been improved 10 times, and when you have 10 base production, what we already have, and you have built 4 buildings and embraced Renaissance, you can kick off that mission and the center of trade will be increased by 1. This will happen sooner or later automatically. We just need to wait a little bit. I'm still in the war with Bohemia after I've PU'd Hungary, but sooner or later we can peace them out. When you're almost done with the integration of Moldavia, normally 95% is totally enough, you can add another privilege called Slachter Integration Policy. That will make integration of vassals cheaper by 5%. Additionally, it disables the diplomatic reputation. Always do that, because the -3 dip rep that you would receive for an integration vassals is very, very hurtful. With integration of Mazovia, you could kick off another mission. For that, you have to go into the mission tree, and the mission is called Deal with the Piasts. It basically gives you 3 development in Warsaw. For that, you need to improve the capital at least 6 times. So now we need to think a little bit twisted. There is the national decision available that will give you 3 development in Warsaw and 20 prestige, and we have 15 right now. What we will do is we improve the market town for 200 gold. That reduces development cost by 5%. We use the encourage development predict, and we dev it up. Just dump in all the kind of points until you've achieved 24. 24 is here our magic number. Now we use move capital to Warsaw. Now we have 27 development, and afterwards deal with the Piasts, and with that we have 30 development. So we received 6 development for free, and we have another 30 development city next to Krakow in our country. After dealing with the Piasts, you can negotiate annunciature with the Pope. For that, you need to have 165 relations with them. So try to ally them, improve relations, because this kind of mission will make your missionary stronger and will give you papal influence. This event can happen in 1460, sometimes it can happen a little bit earlier. The Prussian Confederation seeks Polish support. Of course, we support Danzig and we ally them. Brandenburg called us into a war. So what we need to do with Danzig is, there is a mission, the Prussian Confederation, that Danzig or whatever is here in the top owns all kind of land. That's, by the way, why we got our Chelm and Kulm in the last war. So ally them and they will call you into war in a few seconds. One thing you need to keep in mind, they have this army here running around. If they got on Danzig on day 1, the fort will fall within 1 second because they have 0 manpower. This is a little bit stupid, but we can't prevent it. So accept the war and send your troop to Danzig, because if the Teutons get 1 tick over there, they will have the capital on 1 day. Of course, when you siege down these kind of lands, give the lands to Danzig. Don't keep them for yourself. Danzig is your ally, so they will get the aggressive expansion and not you. The war for Danzig was actually pretty quick. I just helped them out and now they will peace them out and of course annex everything. That was exactly our intention. So what we will do now is we can kick off the next mission, the Prussian Confederation. And with that one, we get a lot of claims over here in the Livonian Order. And furthermore, they will ask you that the Prussians can get Ducal Prussia and we will get everything in the western area for free. And of course we will do that. So now we get Danzig, Tuchola and Marienburg, and Ducal Prussia is another vassal that we have. And of course we need to still manage our vassals, and as I mentioned, we improve relations with the Pope. I will chill now a little bit and look for opportunities. Maybe I can attack Wallachia, maybe I can attack Bohemia. One thing you need to manage when you're getting these kind of PU is a little bit aggressive expansion. Right now there are a lot of countries who hate me a lot because I PU'd Hungary. Though don't forget to take your second idea, state propaganda, for minus 20% aggressive expansion impact. Finally, I could ally the Pope, and with that one I can kick off that mission. We will not take religious ideas, so you can do it whenever you feel ready or you feel that you need it. I always enjoy papal influence because it can help us to kick off here some kind of buffs like levy the church tax or blessed ruler. Though furthermore, I've just seen that Ottomans are not guaranteeing Wallachia anymore. So this is our chance to attack them. When you have beaten Wallachia, and normally they are allied to Herzegovina, and you already PU'd Hungary, what you could do is you could give the Herzegovinian provinces to Hungary. Sounds like a little bit aggressive expansion, but you already have the idea of minus 20% aggressive expansion, the state propaganda, so it will be not so bad. Furthermore, Herzegovina is Orthodox. Nobody cares in the Balkans what you do with Orthodox countries. Furthermore, Wallachia, you will keep them as a vassal, and I enjoy playing with vassals. They improve your force limit, they give you money, and they run independently. 20 years later, the aggressive expansion is almost at 0 now. We have still some, but now it's the time and moment when we can attack Bohemia. We are technology very much advanced. We have 5 on Miltech, they have 5 on Miltech, we have 6, and we are now already ready to take Miltech 7. So this will be a very, very easy war because we are beating them by 2 military technologies. It will be very, very easy. This is a moment, or additionally, where we have a lot of admin point. We will not take this kind of ID group, not the kind of technology now. During the war, we will dev up our provinces with tanks. Let's attack Bohemia and get them under a personal union. We will call in Brandenburg and nobody else, but actually this will be quite an easy war because we are so much advanced. So my war with Bohemia is over. As you could see, what I did additionally, I started integration of Ducal Prussia. As I mentioned, with so many kind of vassals and PUs, it's always important to annex them as fast as possible. Right now we are one relation above our limit, though with PU in Bohemia we are 2 above it. Furthermore, as promised, we have a lot of aggressive expansion. Thanks to minus 20%, we are at 66. We have not yet the age ability justified wars for minus 10%. If you have that, that is awesome, and it could help you even more to reduce aggressive expansion. I don't have it, but I have the minus 20% from espionage idea. Take all the money and of course PU them. So what will we do afterwards now? There are multiple things that you could do. First of all, we need to become an elector. For that, we can purchase electorate for 6,000 gold. Unlikely that we will do that. Or we can request the electorate. For that, Austria needs to like us a lot and we need to have 80 trust with Austria. Right now we have 50 trust with them, though basically we would need at least 80 more favors to make that happen. So this is a long road. But actually what we could do is we could rival Austria and then claim the electorate for us. So we need to fight Austria. And that is something what we will do now over the next few years. Additionally, don't forget to build up your country. As you can see, I already built a lot of churches and I'm continuing doing so. Churches are right now very, very powerful and they will help you a lot with your income, especially in the beginning. During the time when you chill for reducing the aggressive expansion for the Bohemian, there will be the second government reform sooner or later. Until the 15th century, you pick regional councils. As soon as Protestant or the Reformation kicks in, you will change that. For now, you take regional councils and you apply on all kind of provinces the feudal tax. So right now we have 23.74 for taxes, and as soon as we apply it to everyone, our situation will be much, much better. As you could see, I put state edicts everywhere and we were at 23.74. Let's see how much tax do we get from this kind of edict. 29.7. So actually this is pretty good. We get 6 ducats out of nothing just for a lovely state edict. So as you can see, Brandenburg is again calling me to war for Stettin. The war with Stettin is still dragging on, but we are ready now to take the next idea group. The next idea group, we will for sure take a military one. And in our case, that will be the aristocratic ideas. Of course, because we need the Holy Roman Winged Hussars, right? Noble Loyalty Act. We get plus 15% combat ability for our horses. Of course we take that. Inside there's another 15%. And we already have access to the Cossacks. And the Cossacks will give us another 15%. And if we keep them loyal and give them enough influence, we get a cavalry to infantry ratio improvement. Though Poland is one of the few countries that can run a lot of horses inside of their army, and they have a lot of combat ability inside, and this will make us very, very happy. Sooner or later we will achieve this kind of winged hussars. This gives another 30% and we may recruit winged hussars. This is our goal here in this game. We will save the empire with our horses. As you can see, the war is still dragging on, but I want to show you this kind of event. It is rare indeed for the Holy Roman Empire to expand. True story. With that one, we can launch the imperial diet that Hungary becomes part of the empire. And of course we want to do that, because if we do that, Hungary joining the empire will give imperial authority to the emperor. And of course we support it, we add all our provinces of course too. And if they do it, right now they will, Austria will get 10 imperial authority for free, plus of course the imperial authority that is worth of Hungary. Hungary could normally not join because it's way too big. This kind of event can only happen if you are not the emperor. Keep that in mind. Finally, Brandenburg let me out of the war. It is now time to pick a new rival. And as mentioned, now it's the time to pick Austria. This of course will break the alliance, but we want to claim the electorate. For that we need to go to war against Austria. To do that, we need to increase our power base. We have Wallachia here. Now we need to take care about the Livonians. The Livonians, we will make them a vassal too. And afterwards, we would be ready to attack Austria and just overwhelm them with all our troops. As I mentioned, and I know fast forwarding a little bit in history, because I cannot show you every kind of war I did. But what I did is, I have the Livonians now as a vassal, and I totally destroyed Austria. Now we are ready to claim the electorate. Claiming the electorate is actually very cheap. It only is 40% war score. We will do that, and afterwards we bask in glory because we are an elector. With doing that, Bohemia is of course a little bit unhappy. Because they lost the electorship, because we usurped it, and furthermore, because we are now an elector here, we can now again become a kingdom. Now we are in kingdom. With the kingdom, of course, we get another diplomat. Yay! And additionally, we can guarantee our place in the sun. And this mission is actually super nice, because reasons to elect plus 15. This is something that is very, very unusual to give out. You can normally get it something with diplomatic reputation. Additionally, all kind of electors will have an increased opinion, and this is for 15 years. So what we will do now is, we of course improve relations with all the electors and make sure that we will get elected. And because we already have a strong alliance with the Palatinate and with Brandenburg, this will be not so hard. You can already see Brandenburg is already voting for me, and Palatinate will soon follow. 3 years after the war against the Austrian, it has happened. We are now the emperor. The king died of Austria, and of course all others like us way more than the bad Austrians. So now it's a moment when we can heal the empire, and for that we need to first heal Poland. Lithuania is our rightful claim. So the next steps will be attacking Lithuania and enforcing the Commonwealth. For that, we just need to have some provinces. We need to make sure we conquer everything about with the Lithuanian culture, Belarusian culture, and of course, Ruthenian culture. You will strongly compete against Muscovy, but do not fear. You can always attack Muscovy just for humiliation casus belli, and you still have enough claims to keep them in check. Of course, as emperor, you have a responsibility. France is occupying via Burgundy a lot of territory that is rightful Holy Roman Emperor claim. So I've just attacked France to get this kind of territory back. Of course, you need to do it with Denmark too, and as you can see here down south, Geneva needs to be occupied and freed too. Furthermore, I just want to show you that you can easily achieve a large number of combat ability with the horses. We have the winged hussars now. Winged hussars you can recruit over the land unit stuff, and you can recruit one winged hussar for every 5 development that for every 100 development that you own. So right now I have 500 development, so you can recruit 5 hussars. As I explained at the beginning, there's this one mission, Protect Hungary, where you get 1 development base manpower for each kind of military building that you have. Right now I have built barracks almost everywhere, though I think now it's the right moment in time when I want to check this kind of mission. Protect Hungary, we have right now 559 development. After checking this kind of mission, waiting 1 month, we have 590. So I got right now 41 development for free. Okay, I anyhow had to build this barracks, and doing that mission sooner or later, it does not matter so much for us. As you could see, I already expanded a little bit into Lithuania. I claimed back here some provinces, and now I will do that just way more over the next years to enforce the Commonwealth. 80 years after game start, finally the moment has come. As Poland, we have conquered all the kind of territory that we need to enforce the Commonwealth. Furthermore, check the ideas right now. Poland has here 10% cavalry cost reduction, the winged hussars 30%, we have a lot of morale of army, we have discipline. Changing or enforcing the Commonwealth will give us new missions here, and additionally new traditions. Our new ideas are: we have 15% infantry combat ability, we have 5% discipline, and we have army tradition, but we get 1.0 armor tradition that is really a lot, and we get idea cost reduction and goods produced. Though that basically sets you ready to run a very strong military-wise empire. But a little bit moral is lacking, but you can, with this kind of army tradition, you can compensate for that. As you could see, we currently have with the forts, with the ideas, and with the Cossacks leader, we are on 99.3 army tradition, and it does not go down. So you basically run 100 army tradition all the time. With that, guys, we are done with Poland, the Holy Roman Empire edition. We are done with the Holy Roman Winged Hussars, who saved the empire once more. And I think after this kind of guide, you still have a lot of options to expand. You can expand furthermore in Muscovy. There are a lot of little regional attacks that you can free. For example, here's Tver, there's Novgorod, there is Yaroslavl, and so on. There are more little provinces you can add to the empire. Maybe some guys of yours spotted it. Over the 20 years I've attacked the Ottomans too and freed the Serbian provinces. With so much army tradition, your armies are way better than the Polish one, than the Ottoman ones, and you have 221 manpower. I think there's almost no one in the world who can compete against you. Looking at the military ledger once more, I have 100% army tradition. The Timurids are close by. We are the country with the most moral. Summarizing, how to start as Poland. As Poland, you want to have one area, one territory from the Teutonic Order in the beginning. That's the Chelmo area, Kulm area. Afterwards, if this kind of Moldavian event pops up, set them up as a vassal, not as a march. Try to get Wallachia afterwards, if that is possible. If it is not possible, wait and stall. Sooner or later you will have it. Insult Hungary and Bohemia. Afterwards, you get a personal union mission on both of them. Take your time, you have 25 years to do so. Furthermore, try to make sure that you get all the kind of territory here in Lithuania so that you can enforce the Commonwealth. When you have Hungary and Bohemia under your control, claim the electorate. You can do it as a diplomatic way with Austria, with a trust or with money, or via the warring way. I showed it to you how to do it via war, and as you could see, it was not so hard. You will be sooner or later emperor, so make sure you pick the right alliances. I have picked Brandenburg, but be careful with Brandenburg. They are very aggressive, and as you have seen, they try to grow a lot. So supporting them so much is maybe not a good idea. Instead, you could go for Saxony. Palatinate is always a good option, and sooner or later you will be emperor. As emperor, you of course have to heal the empire, and as you can see, I have freed almost all provinces here from the France territory. There are still one down here in Geneva, and there's one, and I have lately even got back the Holstein area. Talking about government reforms, so you start with curtail the noble privileges, then you take regional councils. You only take that until the Reformation hits. If the Reformation hits, you will change. I have not done that yet because Reformation is not around such a long time. Afterwards, you change to strengthen the noble privileges for more manpower, and instead of the regional councils, you could go for representatives of the crown. Tier 4, you pick expand temporal rights. Tier 5, you go for meritocratic recruitment. Tier 6, I strongly recommend you taking the aristocratic court. You need this one diplomatic reputation. You need to be re-elected. That is diplomatic reputation very helpful. Furthermore, passing reforms costs diplomatic reputation too. As more as you have, and easier will get. Additionally, don't forget, you are Polish. Polish is not the main culture group in the Holy Roman Empire. It's German. So Polish people have it harder to pass some reforms. Going down tier 7, you take Locia and Proviso, and if you don't want to take that, you go for empower the burghers. Afterwards, it doesn't matter so much anymore because you almost have won the game. Talking about idea groups. We start with espionage as an opener, especially for this 20% aggressive expansion impact. When you PU Bohemia, it will be a ton of aggressive expansion. Afterwards, we continue with aristocratic ideas. Both ideas combined have the lovely policy for the noble knights, the Noble Loyalty Act, much more cavalry combat ability for you. Economic ideas is a lovely addition because you want to have more winged hussars around, and that is only for promoted culture groups, though we will develop our country a lot so that we can run much more hussars. If you do not want to run economic ideas, alternatively, you can go for humanist, because with humanist you can even add more culture groups to your accepted culture group list. I already have 6 culture groups available, already accepted 4, and the other ones I cannot accept yet because the development is not high enough to accept them. So I develop countries and afterwards add them. PLC has +2 max promoted culture, so that is actually very easy. Have I readied your saddles? Did I promise you the Holy Roman Winged Hussars will help and mend the empire? I did. So if you follow this guide, you will be able to do so too. I hope you liked the guide, I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you had some fun, and I hope you learned something new from it. If you have seen anything that I was missing or you would like to point out additionally, leave a comment below. It would mean a lot for me. And if you have any kind of questions, feel free to ask them. I'm happy to answer them. So that's it for now. Enjoy the guide with the Holy Roman Winged Hussars.